G'day and welcome to episode 7 of the V-Strom Makeover. This is going to be the last one of the series. I know I said that in the last episode, but I've had a lot of questions asking me about the weight of the bike and how much weight I've taken off it. I was planning on weighing it last episode, but because I put the standard exhaust back on, I didn't bother. I now have a Delkevic half system on the bike. So I cut the standard system just behind where the two pipes join into one. I welded on a piece of 1 7/8 inch diameter stainless pipe. It's only about 5 inches long, and then fitted the Delkevic muffler and link pipe to it. Right, I'm going to chuck a Yui at these lights. We'll get a sound check on that Delkevic pipe with the baffle out. Anyway, I'm going to head to the servo, fill her up with some fuel, and then we'll go home and put her on the scales. Righto, so a quick look at the bike. My initial goals were to lose as much weight as possible and raise the bike, which I think I've achieved. I'm guessing I've lost about 20 kilos off it. I think I lost 13 just in the first episode, and center stand was 3, pillion pegs were about 2.5 to 3, another about 1.5 on my rack that I made. So this is my new Delkevic setup. So we've got the Delkevic muffler and link pipe. This is a bit I added, and this is all stock. I've got to make up a little heat shield. Now if you remember the damper rods I modified, I cut the ends off. This is where they ended up. I used them to extend my stand. In my Africa Twin shop, I couldn't fit the damper adjusting knob, so I've cut off a 8mm offset ring spanner, and I've just attached that so I can get onto that and adjust the preload. Righto, time to get her on the scales. Now as you can see, a full tank of fuel, hopefully you can see that. Rightio, that's balanced there. What do we got?
95 kilos.
95 at the front.
115.8.
115.8. Okay, let's try doing this ending while I'm on the bike riding, because I'm having trouble doing it in the shed for some reason. Had bad lighting, bad audio, and it's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, I'm only going to work. So the bike came in at 210 kilograms with a full tank of fuel. A bit more than I was expecting. I was hoping it was going to be under 200 kilos. So looking at the specs of these bikes, they are 214 kilos wet weight. Now that would be a standard bike with no accessories on it. So if you look at your average V-Strom, they have crash bars, bash plates, center stands, pannier racks. So I'd really like to know what an average V-Strom does weigh. I wish I weighed my bike before I started this project. I was just too keen to get into it and rip it apart. Yeah, so she's weighed in at 210. That's pretty good. The bike still has crash bars and a bash plate, and they will not be getting removed. I was very close to removing the crash bars because I thought it'd look really good without them and a bit more weight off it. But the very next day I stacked the bike on some rocks and had to drag the bike around, point it back downhill and pick it up again. The crash bars have saved this bike on numerous occasions. I can't imagine the mess the tank would be in if they weren't on there. So as far as the makeover is concerned, it's all done. There'll be lots of little jobs to be done. A bit of tidying up here and there, who knows, I may paint it, don't know yet. But as for the future of the bike, what's next installed for it is going to be the motor. It's using quite a lot of oil. I have over 130,000 Ks on it. I know people get a lot more out of them, but I am using quite a bit of oil. I'm really keen to do a top end rebuild, but I've never done it before. I don't know how long it will take, so I'm looking at putting a second-hand motor in it. rebuilding the original motor and then swapping them back again. Finding a second-hand motor has turned out to be not that easy. I've found one with 90,000 Ks, which I'm sure will last for a while. So yeah, sometime in the coming months I'll do a video on swapping a motor, and then I'll do a slow teardown of this motor and yeah, record all that and see what we find. I think it's just rings. I'd say the rings are worn. So I hope you've enjoyed the series. Thanks a lot for watching and commenting. All the feedback's been great. I know the bike's not to everyone's taste, and that's fine. I built the bike to suit me. Anyway, thanks a lot again, and I'll see you on the next one.